Story 1. Gratitude is a powerful force that has the ability to transform our lives in ways we may never have imagined. When we feel grateful, we open ourselves up to the abundance of the universe, attracting great things into our lives and becoming great in the process. One aspect of the power of gratitude is its ability to shift our perspective. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we begin to see the abundance that surrounds us. This shift in mindset allows us to attract more positivity into our lives as we become more open to receiving the good that the universe has to offer. I remember a time in my life when I was feeling particularly down and disillusioned. It seemed like everything was going wrong and I couldn't see a way out of the darkness. But then, a friend suggested that I start a gratitude journal where I would write down 3 things I was grateful for each day. At first, it was difficult to find things to be grateful for, but as I persisted, I began to notice the little moments of joy and beauty that were happening all around me. I was grateful for the sun shining through my window in the morning, for a kind smile from a stranger, for a delicious meal shared with loved ones. And as I focused on these moments of gratitude, my perspective began to shift. I started to see the world through new eyes that were open to the abundance of beauty and goodness that surrounded me. And as I did, I began to attract more of that goodness into my life. Opportunities presented themselves, relationships flourished, and I felt more connected to the world around me than ever before. Another aspect of gratitude is its ability to cultivate a sense of happiness and contentment within us. When we feel grateful for what we have, we are less likely to compare ourselves to others or to constantly strive for more. Instead, we are able to appreciate the little things in life and find joy in the present moment. I remember a time when I was constantly chasing after success and recognition, never feeling satisfied with what I had achieved. But as I started to practice gratitude, I realized that true success and fulfillment came from within. It wasn't about achieving more or being better than others, but about appreciating the journey and being grateful for the blessings that surrounded me. As I started to focus on gratitude, I found that I was happier and more content with my life. I no longer felt the need to constantly compare myself to others, as I was secure in the knowledge that I was exactly where I was meant to be. And as I cultivated this sense of happiness and contentment, I found that great things began to flow into my life effortlessly. Gratitude also has the power to deepen our relationships and strengthen our connections with others. When we express gratitude to those around us, we show them that we value and appreciate them, creating a bond that is unbreakable. This sense of connection not only enriches our own lives, but also brings great things into our lives through the support and love of those around us. I remember a time when I was struggling in my personal relationships, feeling disconnected and isolated from those I cared about. But as I started to practice gratitude and express my appreciation for the people in my life, I noticed a shift in the dynamics of my relationships. My loved ones responded with love and kindness, and our connections deepened in ways I never thought possible. As I continued to express gratitude and cultivate a sense of appreciation for those around me, I found that my relationships became stronger and more fulfilling. I was supported and uplifted by the love of those around me, and great things began to manifest in my life through the power of these deep connections. In conclusion, when we feel grateful, we become great and attract great things into our lives. Gratitude has the power to shift our perspective, cultivate happiness and contentment, and deepen our connections with others. By practicing gratitude, we open ourselves up to the abundance of the universe and invite in the goodness and blessings that are waiting for us. So, let us practice gratitude daily and watch as great things unfold in our lives. Story 2. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills and babbling brooks, there lived a young man named Oliver. Oliver was known throughout the town for his positive attitude and contagious smile. Despite facing many challenges in his life, Oliver always found a way to be grateful for what he had. Oliver lived in a modest cottage on the outskirts of town. He made a living as a carpenter, crafting beautiful furniture out of reclaimed wood. Although he didn't have much in terms of material possessions, Oliver was rich in gratitude for the simple joys of life. He would wake up every morning to the chirping of birds outside his window and the smell of fresh pastries from the bakery down the street. As Oliver worked on his latest creation, an intricately carved chest of drawers, he couldn't help but feel a sense of overwhelming gratitude wash over him. He thought about all the opportunities and blessings that had come his way, despite the hardships he had faced. Oliver believed that when you feel grateful, you become great and eventually attract great things. One day, as Oliver was delivering a newly crafted dining table to a local family, he met a wealthy merchant named Sebastian. Sebastian was impressed by Oliver's craftsmanship and the passion he put into his work. He offered Oliver a job in his workshop, promising to pay him handsomely for his skills. At first, Oliver was hesitant to accept Sebastian's offer. He had always enjoyed the simple life he had created for himself and wasn't sure if he wanted to leave it behind. But as he thought about the opportunities that working for Sebastian could bring, Oliver began to feel grateful for the chance to expand his skills and grow as a craftsman. As Oliver worked alongside Sebastian in his workshop, he learned new techniques and honed his craft even further. He was grateful for the mentorship and guidance he received from Sebastian, who saw the potential in Oliver and encouraged him to push the boundaries of his creativity. With his newfound skills and confidence, Oliver began to attract great things into his life. He started receiving orders for custom furniture from wealthy clients all over town. His work was featured in prestigious magazines and galleries, bringing him even more recognition and success. But despite his newfound fame and fortune, Oliver remained humble and grounded in his gratitude. He never forgot where he came from and the simple joys that had brought him to where he was now. He knew that it was his grateful heart that had led him to greatness, and he was determined to continue living a life filled with gratitude and appreciation. As the years passed, Oliver's reputation as a master craftsman grew far and wide. People traveled from near and far to commission pieces from him, eager to own a piece of his creativity and talent. Oliver's workshop became a hub of creativity and innovation, where he worked alongside other artists and craftsmen who shared his passion for creating beautiful things. One day, as Oliver sat in his workshop, surrounded by the fruits of his labor, he thought back to the humble beginnings that had led him to this point. He knew that it was his grateful heart that had guided him through life's challenges and brought him to where he was now. And as he looked around at the great things he had attracted into his life, Oliver smiled, knowing that the key to greatness was gratitude. Story 3. Once upon a time, in a bustling town named Brightville, there lived a young woman named Emma. Emma had always been ambitious, dreaming of making a significant impact in her community. However, she often found herself overwhelmed by the challenges and obstacles in her path. She felt stuck in a job that didn't fulfill her and surrounded by people who didn't appreciate her. One crisp autumn evening, while feeling particularly disheartened, Emma decided to take a walk through the town park. As she strolled, she noticed an elderly man sitting on a bench, feeding the birds. His face radiated a serene contentment, and Emma, drawn to his peaceful aura, decided to sit beside him. "Hello," she said. "You look so content. What's your secret?" The man smiled warmly. "It's simple," he replied. "I focus on what I'm grateful for each day. Gratitude brings peace, and peace brings greatness." Emma was intrigued. She had never thought much about gratitude before. The man continued, "When you feel grateful, you become great, and in turn, you attract great things." Inspired by this encounter, Emma decided to change her perspective. She began keeping a gratitude journal, jotting down 3 things she was grateful for every day. At first, it was challenging, but gradually she started noticing the small, beautiful things in her life. A kind word from a colleague, the warmth of the sun on her face, the aroma of fresh coffee in the morning. As the weeks passed, something remarkable happened. Emma's outlook on life began to shift. She felt more positive, more energized, and more determined. Her relationships improved as she expressed appreciation for the people around her. Her work performance soared, and she started receiving recognition and praise from her supervisors. One day, while volunteering at a local charity event, Emma met a group of like-minded individuals who shared her passion for community service. They were inspired by her enthusiasm and positive energy, and together they decided to start a community initiative to help underprivileged families. The initiative quickly gained momentum, attracting attention and support from local businesses and residents. Emma found herself leading a movement that was making a tangible difference in people's lives. Her sense of fulfillment grew, and so did her reputation as a community leader. Years later, as she stood on the stage accepting an award for her contributions to Brightville, Emma reflected on her journey. She realized that it all began with a simple shift in mindset. By focusing on gratitude, she had unlocked a wellspring of potential within herself. She had become great, not just in her achievements but in her capacity to inspire and uplift others. And as the elderly man in the park had promised, her gratitude had indeed attracted great things. Emma's story became a testament to the transformative power of gratitude, reminding everyone in Brightville that when you feel grateful, you become great, and eventually, you attract great things. Bottom line, gratitude is a powerful force that can significantly impact your mindset and overall well-being. When you cultivate a sense of gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, which can enhance your sense of contentment and happiness. This positive mindset can, in turn, lead to greater personal and professional success. Here are a few ways in which gratitude can transform your life. 1. Enhanced relationships. Expressing gratitude can improve your relationships with others. People tend to respond positively to those who show appreciation, leading to stronger and more meaningful connections. 2. Improved mental health. Practicing gratitude has been linked to reduced levels of depression and anxiety. It helps you maintain a positive outlook even during challenging times. 3. Increased resilience. Grateful individuals often exhibit greater resilience. By focusing on what you are thankful for, you can better cope with stress and adversity. 4. Greater achievement. A grateful mindset can boost your motivation and productivity. Recognizing the good in your life can fuel your drive to achieve more and attract opportunities. 5. Physical health benefits. Gratitude is associated with better physical health, including improved sleep, reduced stress levels, and even a stronger immune system. 6. Attracting positivity. When you consistently practice gratitude, you tend to attract positive experiences and people into your life. Your positive energy can act as a magnet for good things. By focusing on what you are grateful for, you create a cycle of positivity that enhances your life and the lives of those around you. This mindset not only makes you feel better, but also positions you to achieve greatness and attract even more wonderful things into your life.